Good morning, everyone. Today I'd like to share with you my design team project that I finished. This is for Country Craft Creations, and the collection that I used for this project is the Bo Bunny Soiree collection. It is just so pretty. I know every time I do a project I think, oh my gosh, this is the best. This is the best one. This is the best collection. And every time I get a new collection to work with, I'm just in awe. This is absolutely beautiful. It's just so girly. I mean, there's no denying that at all. What I made, I found this wooden antique cigar box. This was in an antique mall. I got it for a steal. What I really liked about it was it is all wooden, and it has dovetails. So this is really, a good quality piece. See the dovetails on the sides? I didn't want to cover those up. That's such a lost art in the woodworking department anymore. So I wanted to make sure that I left those exposed, and the wood was so pretty, I really didn't want to cover all that. So I worked around that as well. Everything that I have used on this project, you can find at countrycraftcreations.com. The shipping is amazingly fast, so if you're wanting it at a hurry, stop by there. Girls, you won't find it anyplace else and get it any faster. Trust me. Let's get started. This is a really loaded project, and you know how much I really like to use as much as I can in them. I just think that it makes for a one-of-a-kind keepsake. So what I did was I had to sand off some of the paper goods that were stuck onto the cigar box. I sanded those off, and I papered it. I papered the top and all the sides. This is the top. I'm going to try to stay in focus, so bear with me. And the sides. Whoa. So I've got the sides all papered, and I have put lace around all the sides as well. The lace is so pretty. It's a really pretty frilly lace, and it has the pearls running through it. I went ahead and I used some of that on the top as well as completely around all the sides. So the lace runs around all the sides. I made the flowers from the paper collection. I like to do that. Again, it ties everything together. I think it just seats everything and just kind of makes it a complete project. I did use some of the chipboard embellishments that were sent in the collection. They're gorgeous. They work perfectly. They're good quality, heavy. This one has a lot of glitter. It's so cute. The key was also sent from Country Craft Creations. I think it's adorable. It's got two little hearts that are together on here. And I used one of these little pink resin flowers. It fit perfectly in the circle indentation on the top of that key. I set it off with a tiny bit of pink ribbon. Isn't that key too cool? I love that. It's a really good heavy metal key. And again, you can get that at Tammy's as well, at Country Craft Creations. I did go ahead and, as I said, I brought in a little bit of pink ribbon to offset some of the lace. I used some other narrower lace that I had in my collection, but the mainstay of the lace is the wide lace with the pearls. So opening the box, it's really cute. This box has a thumb latch on the front. So just opening this box. Again, I'll do my best to keep you in focus so you can see everything. This is the lid, inside of the lid. And I papered inside the box as well. And I used some of the polka dot papers. This comes and matches perfectly with this collection. It's awesome. And I went ahead and used some of the lace trim across the top with the pretty pearls. And I used one of the chipboard embellishments that is glittered and has some bling on it. You lift this up. This was one of the cut aparts, and I resized it and matted it. You lift this up, Let's scoot down a little bit so you can kind of see. It is magnetized. Inside, I went ahead and used a piece of the ephemera, which I also received the ephemera pack with this collection. It's got some awesome pieces in it. I went ahead and used this little umbrella, and I went ahead and punched out 2 small tags that fit right underneath this umbrella perfectly. These could be little journaling tags. You could put tiny pictures. You could put some kind of a note on here. And as I said, this is magnetized, so it's going to stay closed and in place without a problem. Then inside is the album that I made. This fits perfectly inside. I've got these 2 large, pretty flowered ribbons that I use to lift it in and out. Let's get this out. And you can see inside the box is all papered also. And on the front of the box, again, happiness is homemade. I've got the lace on the bottom all the way around, and this is another one of the heavy chipboard pieces that is glittered. It's really, really pretty. I went ahead and I inked everything. I used the Distress ink, and this is, of course, the one that I use all the time, and it is, I have it written down. I know I do. This is one of the, oh shoot, Vintage Photo. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. I used that pretty much on everything. I love how it just is real antique looking. Also my stamp on the bottom. I like to let folks know that I made this everything by hand, and that's pretty much what I'm trying to get across. I'm going to set the box to the side so we have plenty of room to show the album. This album is packed. It is packed full. I used a ton of product. I will go ahead and I will put a list on my blog of all of the materials that I used for this project for both the box and the album. This is a side close. It is magnetized on the side, so it'll keep everything nice and closed and secure. This is full. As you can see, this album is absolutely full. This is a 3-inch spine. This is a 6x6 album, and it's loaded. Very, very interactive. I couldn't really do a whole lot of embellishments on the album because I wanted to make sure there was ample space for it to fit inside of that box, and it fits perfectly. On the front, I've got some beautiful papers again. This is completely on the outside of it. I use this all the way around. So, so pretty. I love this collection. I can't say enough good things about it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I went ahead and used some of the pink seam binding. It matches this perfectly. The seam bindings that Tammy carries, you don't have to worry about dyeing them anymore. They work with almost all the collections. She pairs them up. It's awesome. What a time saver, and it looks great. I've got another chipboard piece on the front that says home. Again, everything just flows and it works well together. Opening the album, again, it's a side close with a magnetic flap. It's full. It is so full. On the inside cover, okay, there is a pocket on the top, and you pull the little ribbon, and inside there's a cute little mat. This would be perfect to put a note inside or a photo. You lift this up. It's magnetized, and underneath there's a side pocket, and I've got 2 really good size matted cut aparts. These are awesome. These are like old-time advertising. I left a space at the bottom. I like that idea of leaving the space at the bottom, so if you put a photo on the back, you can title it on the front. I don't know. That's just something I really like to do, and I find that I do it more and more. So I hope you guys enjoy it as well. And yes, these do fit in here. You saw me take them out. I don't want to bend the cards. There we go. Okay. This goes back down, and again, it's magnetized, so it's going to keep these in place. They're not going to go anywhere. The inside is also papered. This is the same paper that's on the outside, so everything flows nicely in this album. I love how everything kind of coordinates. These papers go together beautifully. The first page, again, very interactive. I've used some of the lace with the pearls. And when you flip this up, again, this is all magnetized. There's a really nice place here for a photo. Lifting it up, here's a side stop and a cute tag. This is matted. I mat all my tags. I used a piece of the chipboard, and I went ahead and inked everything. This has some glitter on it, so it stands out nicely. And this is just a side stop, if you will, to hold that tag. You close this, it's magnetized. Lift this. Here's another awesome space for a photo. And underneath, again, we've got another stop on the bottom, a smaller one, chipboard piece, and another matted tag. Perfect for photos, perfect for journaling. Aren't these papers just too cool? I hope you guys don't get tired of me telling you that, but again, I'm just impressed. Every time I get a collection, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this one the best. And that's crazy, because then I get the next one, I'm like, I love this one the best. Every page has a top load large matted tag. Perfect, again, for photos, journaling, whatever you'd like to use it for. Ample space. On this next page, you've got a side pocket, and inside that pocket, you've got a booklet. Home is where the heart is, and I've got a little chipboard piece on the bottom. And inside, it's matted with that pretty floral papers. So this is a nice area. You could put some journaling that you didn't really want to be, out for everyone to view, or you could put some special photos if you like. Again, I used the lace to trim that side pocket with the pearls, the tiny pearls. This is such a pretty lace. I love this. I really, really like how it shows up, and I like it so delicate because the pearls are nice and small. On this page, again, we've got some interaction going on. On the front, beautiful floral papers. I've got some of the pink seam binding. I went ahead and I cut some of the flowers from some of the papers, and I fussy cut those, and I went ahead and popped those up to give it some dimension. I've got a chipboard piece on the side here with a little bling on it. This flips up. This is a small waterfall. A great place again to put some journaling or photos. Inside this pocket on this waterfall spot, you have another little booklet, and this opens this way. Inside you've got a key, of course, that holds another little tag. Fits perfectly in here. This goes right back in this pocket. Fits nicely. I've got some seam binding, and I went ahead and I used my lacy punch to give this a little more feminine appeal at the bottom of this particular waterfall page. And when you flip this, again, you've got a little side pocket here, and you've got another matted tag. Beautiful, beautiful. Love these colors. Love the graphics. I just love everything about this collection. It is just fabulous. Now, again, interaction, fold this down. Let's get you in focus here. So this flap folds down, and of course, yes, there's a bottom pocket here. And I went ahead and I fussy cut some more of the flowers and added some of the pink seam binding. Let's get it in focus here. And this is the pocket on the bottom. And inside looks like an old-time advertising card. It says the Gym of Gems, Sunday for Schools. Love it, love it, love it. Perfect for journaling or photos. Inside the base page here, again, another side pocket, and we have a stop that says remember, and we have follow your heart. Such a pretty, pretty tag. This slides right inside. This folds back up, These fold back down, and again, they're all magnetized, so everything stays in place nicely. They all have the top pull large matted tags, as I mentioned earlier. That's a thick page. On the back of that, I have a pocket on the bottom. The base page of this is a taupe, more or less color, and it has a multitude of keys, and I went ahead and used the taupe color seam binding that matches perfectly. I've got a dimensional wooden button on the bottom here, and I went ahead and used some coordinating embroidery floss. Also, this is a sweet little brad. This comes in the embellishment pack with the Soiree collection, and this says Home Sweet Home, and it's also in the taupe colors. And inside this pocket, I have another booklet. It says Happiness is Homemade. You open this, and there's a top holder. This slides out, and it's a sweet little Happiness is Homemade tag. This slides right back in. So this is a tri-fold. So if you open it this way, on the back, you also have a sweet little pocket and another little tag. This is Pears soap, an old-fashioned soap they used to have many, many years ago. I see advertisements for that sometimes. I think it's so cool. This slides right back in underneath the ribbon and right back into the pocket. Held nicely and firmly in place. It's not going to go anywhere. That's what I like. I like to make albums that are full and very, very interactive, but I like to make sure that the pieces are going to stay where they're supposed to. On this page, this is so cute. This is a multitude of different types of buttons, if you will. And I went ahead and I used some of the chipboard buttons to give it some dimension. These are very, very, very dimensional. And inside each of these pockets, there's 3 pockets. Inside each one, there's a matted tag. So there's plenty of space on this page. Well, we'll put that in shortly. Here's another. And, of course, here's another one on the top. The top one is just a little bit larger. Perfect place to add photos or journaling. Love it. And then you've got your very large top load tag. The next page, again, very interactive. I have this sweet chipboard embellished frame here, and what I've done is I've gone ahead over that white frame and I antiqued it. I've used some of the pink seam binding, and on this page again we have a lot of interaction going on. This folds down, and again this is all magnetized to keep everything nice and secure and in place. This folds down and there's a pocket, and I went ahead and I used one of the really cool dies that I got from Country Craft Creations. Love it, love it, love it. It makes the cutest borders. Love this. This fits nice and perfectly right back inside. You close that and this opens again this way. So you open the page this way and there's a stop, and I have another tag matted. Slides right inside here. You close that, that's magnetized. And then this whole page flips up. Again, very, very interactive. So this whole page opens. And again, all magnetized. Inside, again, this is one of the tags. I made this. Isn't this pretty, the scallop on the top? This is from one of the dies that I got from Tammy, and this was from over at Country Craft Creations. It makes perfect tags. So cute, so feminine. I have a stop here with one of the stickers from the collection that says Follow Your Heart. Everything flows nicely. The colors are great together. And underneath, this is very interactive as well. What I've done is I have a pocket on the bottom, and I used one of the ephemera pieces, and I've got this all inked up. And this is a watering can with some flowers inside. Isn't this cute? This is a tag that fits inside that pocket. It has the pull on top. And inside, of course, there's another matted tag. I went ahead and I used another one of the ephemera pieces, and I matted that and inked it, and that is what this stop does. It holds this little tag here. And then this fits right back inside the pocket nicely. And then this closes, and it's magnetized and keeps it all nice and safe. I told you this was a very interactive album. I love doing that. I love making every page different so that you don't know what to expect when you flip that page. On this page, I've got a side pocket, and I've got some of the lace down the side that I used on the box. This has a tag. This is an old-time tag for pure concentrated extract of vanilla. And also, I have a booklet in here, and again, I magnetized this little booklet. This flips open, and inside, I've got a little belly band and another little tag. Lots and lots and lots of space in this album, ladies. Lots of space. I thought that was real sweet. These fit nicely right back inside this pocket. Lots of space. Hold lots of pictures. Tons of journaling. Okay. Now this is also very interactive. This folds down. Let me get you in focus. Okay. This page folds down. On that fold, you have a side pocket and you have another tag. This says Home Sweet Home. It's matted. This slides right back into this pocket. This opens again. And you can see this paper that decorates these are all matching so that it flows together nicely. And at the bottom, there's a sweet little tag that I went ahead and I put with the green ribbon and another booklet in this side pocket. This fits nicely right back inside this pocket. Keeps it nice and secure. This folds back. This folds back, and it's all magnetized. And then you have your giant matted tag in the top load. Turning the page, we have a top side pocket, and this has a nice large matted tag. Again, the bottom part, you can write a little note or date of perhaps a photo that you're going to place on the back. That would be perfect. On this page, again, we have interaction going on. Such pretty papers. This is the blue floral paper. And this is, on the bottom, 2 pockets. I went ahead and used a little more lace on these again. Okay. These are 2 sweet little pockets with pulls. And these are really cute little matted tags that coordinate with that paper. And then on the top, here's a little stop. This is another one of the little chipboard pieces. And it has a little pearl on the top. And what I did was I made a teeny tiny little booklet. This goes right back inside. It's held nicely. I've got the blue seam binding that works great. Fits perfectly. And it flows nicely with this paper. There's just so much space in this book. Next page, I have a side long pocket. I've used some of the off-white seam binding. And again, such pretty floral papers. I love it. And this has 2 really nice size matted tags. This paper collection is just, like I said, I can't say enough good about it. I think that Tammy's going to have a hard time keeping it in stock because it's just so stinking cute. You know what? Cute's not even the word for it. It's pretty. It's elegant. It's pretty. It's feminine. It's so easy to work with. So easy to work with. I love that. On this last page, okay, we have a gatefold. Again, this is a chipboard piece from the collection. I used one of the glittered brads from the collection. And this, I went ahead and magnetized it so it keeps everything closed because there's a lot going on this. So you turn this to open, and inside the first flap, you have a small pocket at the bottom and a tag. That holds that perfectly in place, nice and secure. And on this side, you have another stop at the bottom and another tag. Holds it nice and secure inside. Open this side. Beautiful, beautiful graphics. This side, beautiful graphics as well. And again, these papers flow so nicely together. On the base page here, you have another flap, but on the top, there's a stop. And I went ahead and I used some of the little polka dot paper, and I used the green seam binding pulls. I went ahead and I used my lacy punch to punch the top. This folds down, and inside here there's a belly band, and there's 3 tags that I also punched with the polka dot papers. This holds them nicely. They're not going anywhere. They stay nicely in place. And on the base page, again, beautiful papers, just absolutely gorgeous. And I have another little booklet. Nope, it's not a booklet. It's just a matted tag. Sorry. I have so many booklets and matted tags, sometimes I'm not sure what I've got where. You can see these base pages. Aren't these papers gorgeous? I love it. This fits right back inside. These close. This closes. These close. This closes. This closes. Turn it in. It's magnetized. It keeps everything nice and in place. And the big fat giant matted tag on the top pull. On the back of the last page, I thought this was kind of interesting. I kind of liked how this turned out. What I did was I put 2 belly bands, if you will, across, and I used some of that really cute lace with the tiny pearls that run across. And I went ahead and I made a booklet here. This is affixed to these belly bands though, so this isn't going to go anywhere. It's stationary. This is magnetized and it opens. Cute little booklet. And you've got 3 matted tags that fit down inside. These are all old-fashioned. This is actually a booklet. And inside, yes, heck yes, there's another belly band with another matted tag. Like I said, ladies, I like to make sure that there's ample space whenever I put something together. I want to be sure that you've got plenty of area for photos, for journaling. You know, just because it's a little bit smaller album does not mean that it cannot hold just as much. So I pack my books full. The inside back cover, you've got, again, the beautiful, beautiful papers. I've got the pink seam binding that's embellishing this bottom pocket, and inside that bottom pocket there's a nice large matted tag, again with the writing space at the bottom. This slides nicely right back inside. And on the inside of the back flap, let me scoot over here to show you. I've got 2, here's a little side pocket, and I've got 2 little tags. And these are the polka dot paper, and I've got little flower pulls on them, and these just slide right back inside. They're not going anywhere. They're nice and safe. I've got a piece of the ephemera that I have matted and went ahead and inked to dress up that side pocket. And that, my friends, is the book. To close it, it's all magnetized, so it keeps it nice and tight. That is it. That is my design team project. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you liked it. I love doing this. It was so easy to do. I will be posting tons of still photos on my blog, and that's over at cross-eyedcricketcreations.blogspot.com. Check that out if you have a moment. And I will be putting a list of the materials that are available to make this. And these will be from Country Craft Creations. Again, the list will be available. I will be putting this up for sale. If anyone is interested, drop me a line. I debated on keeping it because I love the box, I love the album, but we will see. So if interested, just let me know. Thanks for stopping by, and I will have more for you pretty soon, so keep checking back. Thanks again.